Hi everyone, welcome to the show. And on this episode of Basement Gas, we're going to be looking at a little nice desktop kind of practice ampy thingy. Let's just get right to it. This is the Harley Benton Airborne Go. My name is Jack, and as you can probably see, I have a serious case of gas. So fans of the channel will know I'm a fan of the Harley Benton brand, especially when it comes to the guitars, of which I have reviewed quite a few, and they're still in my arsenal or they're being lent out to friends or family. And I've not really tried out the amplifiers. I had a tube amp which was sort of Fender-y back in the day, a long time ago when I was just starting off on guitar. It didn't really work that well, the fuse kept on burning out, so I returned it. But that's a long time ago. And this little practice amp, desktop amp, you might want to call it, caught my eye. Now I'm not going to go through all the downsides or upsides of these little practice amps, we're just going to dig right into tones. Is this good? Is it worth the money? It comes in at a whopping 139 euros. And if you compare it to things like the Boss Katana desktop amps or the Yamahas, it's obviously on the budget range. Now, I already skipped through the unboxing because there's nothing really exciting inside. Obviously, a USB charger. Now that is for the wireless unit. So this is a kind of a cool little thing, actually. I already had the Harley Benton Airborne wireless unit, which I have used for live gigs. It worked quite well. I felt there was a bit of a tone loss, but it was still pretty good, especially for that money. And the Airborne Go comes with the exact same technology, so also a wireless unit, connects right to your practice amp. And that's about it. Obviously a power unit, 9-volt power unit for this, and that's it. So very basic, very simple, but that's what you kind of want from a desktop practice amp. So let's get in some tones, and at the same time I'll be showing the mobile app to control tones with this. So switching different modulation, delay, etc. The actual mobile app is powered by Nux. Now, I'm sure a lot of you know Nux. I've not actually had any first-hand experience with it, but so far, pretty good. Let's get to some tones. Now, one thing that this amplifier, or practice amp I should say, has is a drum simulator built inside. Oh yes, and this thing is pretty light. I have to say that the cloth on the front with the Harley Benton logo is pretty cool. I'd have to say that's the first thing that kind of like popped into my eye. Okay, so we're getting to some tones now. I'm using my Harley Benton Fusion TT. I thought it would be appropriate. Harley Benton guitar with a Harley Benton amp. And we can see the app here, and we can see the top of the, or top front of the amp itself. And first of all, we're going with a clean tone. So this is one I set up ahead of time, and you can always save these to the actual switches on the front. So if you're not using the app, you can always, so if you're not using the app, you can just create one of these patches, you could say, and then save it. And then anytime you switch, you can see that the settings will change. So on this one, I've got a reverb, a plate reverb, I've got a tremolo, and it's a clean amp with the gain. Might want to turn it down a little bit more, and let's see how that sounds. Let's do some coil splitting on the neck pickup. So pretty good. Let's change it to a whole reverb, and let's jab up the decay a little bit, Let's turn off the modulation and turn the gain a little bit more down, volume up a little bit more, a little bit more tone. Let's see if we can get some big, roomy, spacious kind of stuff. So, nice open reverb. Sounds pretty nice. I have to say on the clean, it's pretty good. Let's go into some overdrive settings. There's a gate on this as well. I don't really use gates, but there is one with a threshold, sustain, if you need it. But So, this is the overdrive, so a little more crunch. Let's put this up to about 55% level. Probably jab that up a little bit more. And I've got a chorus in here. And some delay. Now, the delay settings, it just says delay 1, 2, 3, and 4. I have no idea if these are analog delays or digital or ping pong or ping pong on a one speaker. Yeah, nice one, Jack. But yeah, I think that could be something that they should improve on the next update to actually say what these delays even are. And the mods, we've got phaser, chorus, tremolo, vibe. It's okay. I would have liked... I'm a huge fan of flangers, so it would have been nice to have a flanger in there. But in the backup, use a chorus. So let's see how this sounds. So full bridge pickup. So let's turn off the chorus and let's turn off the reverb, the delay, just the amp itself, so we can hear that. So pretty nice. As we can also see here on the delay, you actually have a tap tempo as well, or you can also do it on the button on the top. And this is the full, heavy, high gain distortion. No modulation, no ambiance, just full gain. Let's crank that level up a little bit. We don't want it to sound terrible. Whoa, okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, so that's the heavy gain distortion. Now, one other really cool function here is the drum loop section. So you can do a normal metronome, so pretty much what it is. So pretty good if you just want to, let's say, practice your timing, practice arpeggios or riffs and thingies and going up and down, you know, that stuff. But you've got also different ones here. We've got pop. Let's turn the tempo up a little bit. So yeah, just anything you can think of, you know, just quick riffs. So great for noodling, I suppose, or great just for practicing if you want to get in some heavy metal stuff here. So pretty cool, and obviously each one has a, you know, its own sort of, let's say, unique sound. So we've got blues here, we've got some ballad rock. I don't know exactly what ballad rock is, but kind of turned that almost into like desert rock or whatever you want to call it. So, and then we've got Latin, obviously funk, R&B, but okay, I have no idea what to do with that, but yeah. Anyway, settings, this is where I set up with my Bluetooth, and, you know, you could set your actual amp, because this is powered by Nux. You obviously have all the other Nux things in here, but you've got the Harley Benton Airborne Go. I had a little trouble in the beginning linking this up, and then all of a sudden it just worked. I have no idea how, but there we go. So that's it. That's the app. It's pretty simple. Like I said, you can save any of these presets, which means you can adjust it straight from here. So you just press this button, and it will go straight to your saved preset. So if you want to use some modulation, which you can see you cannot set anywhere here, do it in the app, and then you can save it. You know, it will blink a couple of times, getting device data, and then we're saved. So that's saved as a preset, which means I don't need to use the app anymore. I can just switch between these three presets or patches, whatever you want to call it, and we're good. So let's just go out with some phaser crazy delay mixing stuff here. Turn this on. So with the wireless unit, the small size, the desktop capability, the application, the drum loops built in, using it as a Bluetooth speaker. Is it good? Yes. Is it amazing? Not really. Bang for your buck. I personally think they could have made this a little bit cheaper, but again, you know, it might just be their first run on this. They might be improving things maybe in their second version, but all in all, you know, what can you expect from a small desktop amp with this, you know, tiny speaker inside? It's got some good clean tones, but if you want to crank something, then you're going to need a 20 or 50 or 100 watt amplifier. But like I said, I think it's a good first go at a small little desktop practice amp. And obviously, if you're interested in getting one of these, check it out. You know, great thing is you can get this directly from Thomann. I'll put the link down in the description. And if you're not happy with it, they have their 30-day money back guarantee. So even if you just don't like it, you get your money back. Anyway, my name is Jack, and I still have a serious case of practicing mini gas? Desktop gas? Mini practice amp gas? I can't think of anything. Any recommendations are welcome. Anyway, have a good day, have a good evening, have a good night, and have a good morning. And I'll see you all soon.